So I moved to a house last year, and when I was moving to the house, God said to me, because I had found that place, this woman called me, God told me to rent you my house, whatever. When I was moving to the house, God said to me, she's working with the man you left. And sometimes when God tells us things, we don't believe. When things started happening, and I mean, God is with me, He was just telling me the things, telling me what to do. And this woman called me from overseas, and I'm there, I'm living at her house, and everything is fine. She said to me, "Well, take care of my house because we're away and it's locked up and blah blah rah." Now I noticed that my finances started to tighten, and I'm saying, I don't understand what is happening. I lost my job when I was moving to the house, but God provided. And I noticed my finances started tightening. I decided to sell my car to pay her rent because I don't owe. I sold the car, and I noticed that from I sold the car, no money was coming in. Before I sold the car, I was trying to sell it, nobody. I mean, I got over 50 responses from Facebook, nobody said anything. And I asked God what was happening. God said, go to the bank and change your address. When I went to the bank, the address that I had when I left my house was changed to my house. And that is how they were able to block me. God said, change the address. I changed the address, and it was okay. Anyways, I moved from that house because I came under some attacks at that house. And at the end, I remember the light bill came to $45,000 for me and my daughter. We weren't even at home in the days. $45,000. And I went and I paid the light bill. And the light was cut off. And I was asking God, what is happening? God said, go to JPS. And when I went, they said this woman told them she was investigating an illegal connection on her house that I lived in, so it could not be connected. I was out of light for 1 month before I moved. Now I moved and came to this place, and I am there paying my rent. Everything is fine. The caretaker came and asked for the rental agreement, and I gave it to him, and from I gave it to him, I struggled to pay my rent. I am in arrears. I am not ashamed to say, because I did not do it to myself. Now the landlord said he needs his place to repair, and he's taking me to court for money that I owe him and whatnot. And I'm saying to myself, God is in control. God is in control. God said to me, find a place. From I moved here, God said, find a place. It was the same with the place last year. Now I'm sitting down just now because a bunch of things started happening. He told me some time ago, he said, a flurry of activity is going to take place down to the end of the month. And let me tell you something, every day it's a different man in here doing something. They have cut my water. They have rerouted the tank from my apartment. The lock is now broken. I have to use a butter knife to come out of my house, and a debit card to go in. The landlord is not saying anything. I asked the caretaker about it. He said, do you have locksmith money? I said, it's not my responsibility. It is his door, and the lock is old. There was another one that I changed it myself. I'm gonna charge him for it. Now, all kinds of things are happening. Just as God said, a flurry of activity is going to take place around the time you're supposed to move. Now, they have been blocking, they have been stopping. I came in, I saw a man outside doing something. My internet is blocked. I bought data, the data is blocked. So this morning I got up and I prayed. And I remember that my daughter told me some time ago that she saw the landlord's spirit in this house. Now there are 5 men living in the complex, and 4 of them have their spirit in my house. And I'm asking God, how do they get the authority to come in if I didn't let them in? And I am the person who rented the place. So when I finished praying this morning, God said to me, your landlord is working with them. He's one of them. And it explained why. No, this man is blocking my rent and saying he's taking me to court to get his rent. Let me tell you something. When you're in a house, because it happened with both homes, when you're in a house and your finances start to get blocked, you're finding it hard to make money, it is the landlords who are working with these demons. You have to go to God, because God alone will be able to show you things and show you, guess what, do this, do that. The landlords are working with them. They've let in many into your house. Many. I fear no one but God. They cannot touch me, but they do come in to look and to try to stop and block. Now, God has freed up some money for me, because as I go through this walk, He shows me how to make the money. They try to block it. He says, leave it, move on. So I have many things that I've done over the years to earn. So God has freed up some, and this is why they blocked the internet and blocked my data, because they think they can stop God. But you have to pray, you have to pray, you have to ask God what is going on, because as long as it does not seem natural, it is not. It is not. Your landlord is not just going to come against you and try to do things to you just like that. He is prompted by something else. They promised him a cut when you die, or when whatever. He has incentive. She has incentive. When your finances start to get blocked, go to God. Pray. He knows things.